it's Ellie. I just have a quick tip for those of you that just recently got engaged or who are waiting to go to a bridal show. It's kind of a little too late for bridal shows, I believe. They only start off usually in the beginning of the year. As the year goes on, they do start doing like the small open houses for certain venues where you can see venues and, you know, see the other vendors that they work with and everything. And then usually around the end of summer, I believe, is when they start again. So usually it's 2 times a year is when it's like the bigger ones. But I have another video where it shows like a few steps of, you know, how to go to one or what to expect from them. But this is one that I thought that I could do a quick one just for that, just because it's a little bit faster and easier. And it was really helpful for me. When I first got engaged, we decided to go to one of the big ones. We already, you know, kind of had an estimate of the date when we wanted to get married and what we needed. We mastered like the top 3 things that we wanted to do, so we didn't feel so overwhelmed. So our top 3 things were like the venue, the catering, and I believe it was the photographer. So those 3 things is what we focused on when we went to these events, because there's so much going on, and you'll see all these vendors that are all gonna want to talk to you, and they have to, you know, you sign all your information in there if you're interested, all this other stuff. And get a little overwhelming, but we just stuck to those 3 things, and we, you know, walked around, had fun, got to meet all these vendors. But the one thing that helped out a lot, that I think you should do too, and if you want to, but I mean, I found it really helpful for myself, is I went to staples.com and I ordered some little stickies with my information in it, and that way when you go to those things, it's a lot faster. You don't have to worry about having to write all your information over and over again, and it's really cheap. I think I paid less than $3. You can either order them and have them sent to you, or you can order them and go up to the store and pick them up. We have one here where we live, so I just ordered it and picked it up when they were ready, and I had different designs. So the main thing, what I did, I put my name, my phone number, and then the website, because it'll ask for that, and then the wedding date. If you don't have a wedding date yet, you don't have to put that there. We decided it pretty fast, you know, what our date was, and we kind of set on that, and so I wrote it on mine. So they just kind of look like this. I don't mind showing it because there's really not much that's really have to hide, but they're little stickers, so there's a bunch of pages that come in it, but depending if you don't have a long time for your wedding, like I did, we got engaged, and it's what, a 1.5 years that we've been engaged now. We still got like 5 to 6 months left, but I knew we were going to go to a few, so I ordered a bunch, but I still had a bunch left over, and they're really cheap. But they're just so sticky, so when you go up to a table and you're interested and you want to get more information, you just grab your little sticker and you stick it on there, so you don't have to keep writing your stuff all over the place everywhere. And I think on a couple we went to 2, I think I was one of the 2 only ones that had these little stickies. Everyone, you know, just like, oh, you're so savvy or whatever. I'm like, yeah, thanks. But you know, I think ahead, and I like to be prepared, so I don't want to have to be writing everything over and over. So I did that. The other one, I think there was 4 of us that had this, but it looks really good. It looks like, you know, that you are very organized, and I mean, it helps out a lot. So that's one thing. And then the other 2, I know it said 1, but it's the other thing that I did on here. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and make a wedding website. So don't use your personal email, because, or not a wedding website, I'm sorry, a wedding email, because if you use a personal one, you're just going to get bombarded with all these vendor emails wanting you to, like, you know, get their, you know, information and seeing if you're interested. They're just gonna keep, you know, sending you stuff. And if you don't want to be, you know, going through your personal email and having to delete all those things, then it's best to just make one just for your special, for your wedding. It could be your name or wedding, whatever, you know, that's gonna be just for you for that. And that's the one I put on here. So even now that I have on my vendors, I still log into that, and I'm still getting stuff for photography, even though I already have photography, for catering, even though we already have that. I just a bunch of emails, just because every time they are gonna, you know, be in town or do all these events, they, you know, go through those emails again and send you stuff. So if you don't want to deal with your personal email being, you know, full of all those things, you just make your own wedding one, separate one from your email, and then put it on your sticker, and then that way it just goes towards that. Once we got our vendors and we had everything set up, that's when I told them, okay, hey, you know, that was the wedding website, I'm sorry, the wedding email, so now I'm gonna give you my personal one. And then now I only receive emails to my personal email from the vendors that we actually hired. So that helped out a lot more than rather than having all these, you know, things in there that you really don't need. So that was it. I just wanted to share that with you because I think this is really, you know, helpful, and it's fast and it's organized, and it's just, you know, just a little tip. I'm sorry. So yeah, y'all have a good day. Thanks.